What's up, YouTube? This is Cdog back with another Transformers review. This is on the Transformers Generations Studio Series SS-08 Leader Class Blackout. Now, I just want to say to all my viewers and stuff, please, I encourage you to leave a like if you like the videos. Just let me know that you guys are watching them and enjoying them. Also, leave a comment if you got something to say. I'd love to talk with all of you guys. I try to answer as many comments as I see in my notifications. They don't always get there, but that doesn't mean later I won't see it and answer in a few days or possibly a few months even sometimes. I always will answer it once I see your questions. Third, Happy New Year, guys. 2019, we made it almost. We got a few hours left. Fourth, I'm going to be doing all the Studio Series figures. I'm going to start with them. I've been busting out reviews today. And bit 5, let's just have fun. Alright, so first, right off the bat, before I show you the packaging, I will show you a size comparison. So this is what size comparison with Brawl would be, you know, with like other vehicles, basically. So there's what he looks like with Brawl. The lights are dim today. So definitely good size comparison there. And then we have one with Starscream as well. So you can see the size difference of these. Let me go this way so you can get a better idea. There we go. Or even. Yeah. So this is Voyager, obviously, but they do a great job with the size comparisons, or the size scale, in both vehicle mode and in robot mode. And that's one of the great things about Studio Series, is kicking ass at scale. Alright, so let's check out the packaging, shall we? I just want to do this real quick. So you got Studio Series 08 Decepticon Blackout. You can see it's ages 8 and up by Hasbro, as well as TakaraTomy. You can see on the top right, along with the Generations logo. You can see Blackout here on the art there. You can see on the left side we have a nice depiction of his face. On the right side you get kind of an Autobot symbol cut out. Got Blackout panned down. You can see Scorponok. On the back bottom we have the cross cells, as well as it shows what the display backdrop looks like. Panning up, it shows it transforms in 46 steps, and you get the two product images. Decepticon Blackout shocks human defenses with unstoppable force. Desert Bait Assault, so you can see big screen inspired scaled detailed backdrop. So without further ado, let's get right into the review. Next up we have the backdrop. You can see it's from the Air Force Base from the beginning of the 2007 live action movie, where Blackout comes in and steals the data, or attempts to, while he gets cut off. But and there you get an idea of scale, but it's more for robot mode, like this. But we'll show you him at the end of the review in robot mode. Alright, so checking out the details of the helicopter mode, which is a Sikorsky MH-53 Pavlo. You can see the 4500X, the Decepticon symbol tampoed there, like he has in the beginning of the movie. You need to push that up a little bit more. You can see the paint applications, nice gray paint. It's like a flat gray paint applications on that translucent plastic, which looks nice for the. We got the windshield, the front window, or just window, front windshield. Very nice. Looks very good. You got a little white paint kind of for the, I think that's a radar dish, I believe, or maybe these are radar dishes, or maybe they're both. We have this gun kind of turret here. You can see you got the Air Force tampos on there. Let's get that in more focus. You can see on this side we have the same 4500X, but it's in USA Air Force. Danger giveaway. You can see the Blackout white paint, tampoed Blackout with the red trim. You can see gunmetal details painted in the back of those turbines. Oh, this one's, oh, that's the way it's supposed to be. As well as the kind of vents here painted this kind of darker black. You got a little bit of paint app right there. This is all polished plastic. None of that stress cracks that we used to get. You can see a little painted window there. They left this one unpainted though. I guess these are all windows, right? So that's okay. Just fantastic. You got some landing gear underneath that kind of folds out here. It's basically always like that, but you have unrolling landing gear, which is kind of strange because you have unrolling landing gear there, but they give us rolling landing gear, or sorry, rolling wheels for Brawl and Megatron. And then another airplane, no rolling wheels. But anyways, but they're at least they have them. So, for a size comparison for someone that doesn't have, you know, maybe like a kid or something, there's a Legends class Bumblebee, along with Energon Igniter's Bumblebee. How about that? Just to kind of give you an idea of what modern people that might not have the figure yet. But very cool figure. Let's get him transformed, shall we? Underneath here, you can see there's Scorponok. So you want to pull that guy out. And the way he connects is you put his tail up like that, up onto the top of him. And then there's those two tabs right here. 1, 2. Let's get this a little closer. 1, 2. And you can see the slots on the top. Here, let me move the tail so you can see them right where my thumbnail is. There we go. Yeah, you can see you can see my skin behind them. Oh, sorry, no, those aren't slots. These are the slots. So, yeah, anyways, you put this up like that, they can still get access to them. And then you just kind of put his arms forward, and then he goes. There's a couple little, like, where divots. Let me get this closer so you can see what I'm doing. Like that. Kind of put his arms, whoops. Kind of put his arms up there like this. What's going on there? Like that. And then you tab them to the back, right into that tabbing spot. And that's how you connect him. We're going to actually remove him. Like that. Now we'll check out Scorponok himself. Got a nice little paint applications there. You got kind of a brighter metallic silver and some metallic gold, yellow gold with his red eyes, beady little eyes. Get a little close up on his head sculpt. And he's got a hinge here as well as a hinge here. And then these are on swivels, but that's the only articulation he has. Nothing in the legs or anything. But for what it is, it's pretty cool. So, getting that out of the way. One thing I didn't show you, when you have these like this, if you push it one way, they kind of go like this way, so you want to kind of... Oh, one thing I wanted to show also is when you're doing this, you want to push this side in first, and then that side. Because if you do it the other way around, how did I do it before? Like that. It won't fit. I don't know, maybe I was wrong. Anyways. Oh, right, the other way. Yeah, you want to do that. Oh, the other way, right. Okay, anyways. You can spin the rotor like that, and then this one back here is a lot better. Wish they had made the top like that, but... Alright, so first things first, we're going to get these out of the way. So they kind of just fold back. And pretty much they're going to keep getting in the way. But you notice on mine, it doesn't tab together right here. Mine doesn't tab together right. It just came like that, I guess. I'm not sure why. But either way, it doesn't matter. But you want to lift these to the inside, because if you go to the inside, then you can go underneath them and bring them up. You also want to do this side. Same thing on this one. See, they're in the way already. Like that, and bring them up. That'll allow you to do that. Then you can now, we want to go back here. We're going to just unsnap this one right here. There's a little tab right there. Snap that. Pull that out. Rotate to this side, same thing. Go right here, unsnap right there. Like that. Boom. Out of the way. Alright, so this part right here goes up and tabs in there. You want to flip out the hand. Which you come in here, flip that out. You want to take this part right here. What's going on here? Oh, right, sorry. Duh. You want to separate that part. This part tabs into there like that. And when you're going into it, you want to make sure to remember to do a thigh swivel, or a bicep swivel kind of a deal, because it swivels on the bicep. So you want to rotate it and then put it in. But anyways, unrotate it like this. Then this goes like this. Hold on. This comes out. This goes under here. And then this part connects right into there. And then you have that. And you take this. You can see how this gets some damage. You want to be really careful when you unclip these. I still haven't really gotten a perfect way of how to do it. But to put them together, you just kind of use those two clips. And listen to how good it snaps together. See? I guess there's probably a way you can not do the bottom or something, and it would come undone. But if you look, when you're pulling at it, see, it kind of pulls. I mean, I'm not going to do it on camera because I've tried that. Let's go this way, and then do the same thing on this side. You want to separate. Well, first we want to take this part and bend it up. That'll give us room to be able to crack this. Bring this down, swivel it on the bicep swivel, which will become the bicep swivel. Come to the underneath, pulling out the hand, opening up his thumb, pulling this, attach that on that side. This goes to the back. One goes like this, and the other goes like that. They tab together right there. And then you bring this forward and snap some of those two clips. Well, let me see if I can do it without getting so much shadow in the way. There, like that. That's pretty simple anyway. Alright. Next, you want to take these, and they're tabbed in. You want to tab them and bring them forward, and they do a second soft tab. Bring them forward. What is going on? Why is it not? There, like that. And then this part will kind of like tab into that part, the back. Like that. All right. Then make sure these are up and over, like that. Now you're going to want to take this part down, lift this part up and back. You're gonna go underneath here and press up and push up his head. No, actually you want to swivel this underneath and make this detail come out through the chest, like that. And there you're starting to have them come together. Alright, so now we want to go back here. This should be all attached like that. And the trick is you want to get this part clipped. I wonder if I can show you that. There's a little square hole that's clipped into that. You can see it clips right in. I wonder if you can. Yeah, you can kind of see it not there. Yeah, you can see it off, and then watch. You can clip it right in there. You see it. It's behind the big one. There's this tab, and then there's one behind it on that same bar. But anyways, you clip it forward like that. See, it's clipped it now. That's when you're going into. Whoops. That's when you're going into jet mode, or sorry, helicopter mode. But we're going to go out, so I was just showing you what you want to do. But now you want to untab these. Basically, they're going to come together because this part all tabs in. That part goes into this slot. That part, this slot. There. But you want to untab that. Alright, we're going to do this next. First, we're going to remove this. Just to get it all out of the way. Then we're going to take this and we're going to flip up underneath. Then we're going to take this, and it kind of snaps in. Well, usually it's not. Does it go the other way? No, it goes up and above. Should just, yeah, right there. Okay. There. You want to unsnap that and raise this up like this. And in that little hole, there's a little tab right here where this kind of snaps into place. Here, let's get all these out of the way for now. So you don't want it to connect. But anyways, once you get all that, it'll go up and snap into place. Just like that. Then you can bring these down. And these should more or less, not 100%, but they should stay more. They got a little bit of a holding spot now. But anyways, you want to go back here. This is supposed to be straight when you go into helicopter mode. You want to bring that up and hinge this up on this double hinge like this. So this is now over the head. Let me get this raised a little bit. All right. And you want to take this, separate this, and they're tabbed. You see these little holes? You tab those into these kind of bars right here, just when you're going back in. Like that. Anyways, you want to lift that up like this. That'll allow you to drop this. Get these to be back up here so they get out of the way. Alright. Now we're going to do something with this. Because what we want to do is, it was like this. And then that hole right there is what goes into this tab back here. The farther back tab goes into that little slot. But what you want to do is you want to bring this back, because this will now be the underneath of his crotch. And this, so what you do is you bring it back 4 clicks about. Like that. That'll allow you to be able to drop this. Now you can take this tab and put it in that hole right there. Alright. Then you can rotate these to the front. We're going to do the legs next. And they kind of flatten out. So you start off by this, lift it up a little bit, and then you can pull it out. And it's cool when it goes back into place. It's kind of makes a little clipping noise. But you want to rotate those out. And then you bring these up. And then what you do is you pull this down on this kind of a spring-loaded peg almost. And then you rotate this around and you bring this up, forward, like that. Brings his knee forward, or his foot forward. Then you can close it off 100% usually. There, like that. There's one foot done. And then you bring this back just a hair on that kind of chicken leg, I guess you call it. And the same thing with this side. Bring these up. Guess we'll do it from here first. Then you bring this back. We can now drop this and then rotate it underneath and reattach it. Alright, so now we got more or less that. Let me just get them a little situated here. Alright, next we gotta work with the back. So the way this works is you gotta make sure that everything is lined up and these are out of the way. I think these kind of go underneath, is it? Make sure this is backed up and clipped in. These are back. Alright, so what you're going to want to do next is you're going to want to get that hook right there into that slot right there. And sometimes there's a little bit of trouble getting everything to fit through, but once you do, sometimes, like I said, things can be a little tricky sometimes. Probably just depends on how you have it. Probably also helps if you have more room in your... I have plenty of room up here. Like up here, there's always plenty of room, but where I'm sitting is where there's no room, just so you guys know. What I do is I usually get that tab to go into that slot right there. You can see the slot right up in there. I think that's how you're supposed to do it. Make sure these are on the side so they get out of the way. And then we just take that little hook and we hook it. But for some reason I'm having major problems because I can't see what I'm... Hold on, guys. Let me put this back up. Bring this down like that. All right, there we go. This goes back up. Bear with me here. I thought I had this perfect, but you know, you have everything figured out perfect, but then always there's got to be something that gets in the way. There. This keeps... Why is this? And then we just get that clip to go in the back there. Like that. Like that. Let me get them all situated here. I'll get this clipped together. Oh, there we go. And then this part needs to be clipped back in. I don't know why it's not. Give me a minute. Alright, so if you have that problem, you just need to get these up and then you pull them down after you do it. You get these up first and then you do the whole pull this and then drop it down behind here 90 degrees and then you clip it in. You can see it clipped in right. Let's see. Right. Well, now it's unclipped, but I can clip it back in. See that little clip? And then you clip it in right there. Just like that. Alright. The problem is I say I don't have very much room. It's because I don't have very much room here. I got lights. I can't look over the camera because lights are right here. I got lights right up there, too. And over there. And friggin' just... And then over here, too. So... And there's no room. I got no elbows. Everything's crowded around me. I mean, look. Literally, I got a 4-foot stack of stuff right on the right of me. And stuff right on the left of me. Or sorry, left of me and then right of me. But anyways, back to the figure at hand. He's friggin' fantastic. The one thing I really think that they should have worked on was they should have made a detent for the chicken leg, because it's hard to get him to stand at an even... like, so he's not crooked like that. And those other, you know, you gotta have to work with them, but, and then you never know what they're trying to do at. Just to show you a comparison here with Megatron. Megatron is a little bit taller when you use those joints. And you can use them more. I can squish them down more, but I don't really want to mess with them all over the place. But that's Megatron, looking with Blackout, to show you the comparison there. Nicely done. And checking out Blackout right up close. Alright, let's go right to his head. Yeah, he's got a fantastic head sculpt here. I mean, just look at that thing. It is beautiful. You got the red eyes, beady red eyes, nice gunmetal paint all over his head sculpt. Looked fantastic and pretty much identical to what we saw in the 2007 movie. You can see... you got this little, oops, sorry about that, guys. You got this little gunmetal detail down here, gunmetal paint. This, I believe this can flip up underneath and stay under here. I'm not 100% positive on that. I didn't check it out right now, but you can see all the paint work still applied, and all the same paint work and everything. You got on the forearms, you got the Air Force tampos. Looking down his feet, you got the 3 kind of toes, but it's on a platform foot, so it doesn't really, it should have holes right here, kind of like where these are. So he kind of should have spaces in between his toes there. We got paint on the skirt. We got some gunmetal as well as that kind of flat gray, and it's like a blue gray. You can see these details molded on, looking nice. Little details molded everywhere. Pretty much accurate as you can get it. This is supposed to be down. What you do with this is you flatten this part out, and then you attach it right here with this peg, and then it's this kind of weapon deal over here. But I'm going to remove that to show the articulation. You get some gunmetal paint up here and here, and then you get some more of that flat kind of steel blue, or I guess blue-gray, right here, and then translucent plastic. Or is that silver? No, that's just gray plastic, sorry. But it definitely looks nice together. One thing is, this is supposed to be all the way back, and I didn't realize that's not. Let me just, like that. See how it's underneath? And then what you do here is you keep these up on top, keep this behind his head, then we twist this back. Well, enough where we can see what I'm saying. You gotta, I don't know why it's not. It's really kind of hard to do on camera, to be honest, because I can't see over. But then you take that little clip and you clip it back there. Make sure this is clipped up there. And then you take these last and flip them over, just if you have to fix that little part I just had there. I just wanted to show you. But an awesome figure for articulation. He's got kind of a little bit of a butterfly. It does move a little bit around. You get this swivel forward. That'll go just to that point right there. And then it'll go back about to there. You get the bicep swivel. We get the out to the side kind of outward hinge. You get the 90-degree bend at the elbow. And we get articulated hands, but they're kind of just forward, upwards like that. I'm going to tap this back in, but I'll do that later. But anyways, you can lift this skirt up a little bit, and then he can, it's hard to get a grip here, but he's got nice ratchets. So go one more up too, if you really, you can get it to go one more up. I'm not sure. I'm not going to be able to do it like this. I don't have enough leverage at the moment, but you can go all the way out to the side. I can get one more up that way too. Yeah, fully out to the side. And these are really strong ratchets. I mean, we're talking crazy strong. You got a thigh swivel. I showed you the kind of chicken bend. And you got a knee bend kind of here, as well as here. And then you get the ankle tilts, nice ankle tilts, plus it will move upwards and backwards, both directions. So nice job on the articulation for Blackout. There we go. We'll check out with the backdrop, shall we? Here's what he looks like with the backdrop. You can see he's ready to take the information. And then you go down because the Transformer is authentic. And you got that little cutout. And on the sides here is just red. I mean, everyone's seen these, but the ones that haven't, you get the 08 up there. But anyways, just pull him back. But he looks good on this backdrop. And let me know what you think of the review. Leave a like if you like the video. Subscribe for more toy reviews. Remember to leave a like if you like the videos and you like watching them and you want to see more. Leave a comment if you got something to say. Stay awesome, stay subbed, and stay tuned for the next video. Peace. It's a wrap, guys. I'm out. Look, guys, I was right. You can put the gun back there. It's a little bit tricky to get it that way, but if you know, because I think it flipped out in one of the parts. So, just the problem is getting the legs through. But anyways, peace, guys.